David Haye has signed to fight Charr on June 29th, and he's also signed a long-term promotional deal with Hearn. Now, first and foremost, about Charr, is David Haye a hypocrite for taking on Charr when he criticised Vitaly Klitschko for taking on Charr? Of course he is. Of course he's a hypocrite. But it wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, David Haye contradicts himself frequently throughout his career if you've really followed him. But is David Haye obligated to fight someone better than Charr or someone else in another contender? Is he obligated to? No, he's not, because David Haye is not a world champion, so he's not obligated to fight anyone better than Charr. Right? He's not a world champion, so he is free to fight whoever the hell he wants to fight. He could go fight Kimbo Slice if he wanted to. Yeah, he's under no obligation to fight anyone better. Right? At the end of the day, he's fighting Charr. If the sanctioning bodies don't feel that that's good enough, then they won't. They don't have to raise him up too many more places if he beats Charr. You get what I'm saying? So, I think the Klitschko's, Vitaly Klitschko did deserve the criticism for fighting Charr, because Charr was picked out of obscurity. I mean, who was he? He'd never beat no one, and all of a sudden he was picked out of obscurity to fight Vitaly. Now, Vitaly normally takes on the better contenders. Yeah, I've got definitely a lot of respect for Vitaly. He don't seem to take the safe option as much as Vladimir does. I think the Charr thing was just a one-off, so I could let him off for that. Every major world champion over the years has fought at least a couple, one or two, questionable challenges, so I could let him off for that. But yeah, like I say, David Haye is under no obligation to fight anyone better than Charr, even though he is a hypocrite, but he's under no obligation to fight anyone better. But to me, the bigger news is him signing with Hearn and Matchroom Sports. To me, that's a little bit disappointing, because it seems like David Haye Promotions or Haymaker Promotions is down the toilet. That's a bit disappointing to me, because David Haye's been independent pretty much his whole career, or at least most of his career. Early on in his career, he was signed to Frank Maloney. But once he left Maloney, he started up Haymaker Promotions. He was putting on his own shows at the O2 Arena. He was making all his own money. So for him to go from that to now signing a deal with a major promoter, that is disappointing. I was hoping he was going to stay independent and grow Haymaker Promotions. But the climate for boxing in the UK right now is not good. It's not good. You've basically got two promoters now. You got two promoters with TV deals anyway. You got Frank Warren and you got Hearn. Frank Warren with Box Nation and Hearn with Sky Sports, and that's it basically. Mick Hennessy was on Channel 5, but last I heard, Channel 5 will no longer be screening boxing. I think the Tyson Fury versus Cunningham show was a one-off, from what I understand. So you got only two promoters in the UK that can screen boxing with TV deals. So it's a bad situation at the moment. So it's disappointing for David Haye that he can't still go through with his Haymaker Promotions and grow that business, because I like to see boxers. I like to see boxers become promoters, because boxers are gonna treat. I would hope that they're gonna treat the fighters better than a lot of these promoters who had never placed on a pair of gloves in their life. I'm not sure if Ricky Hatton has a TV deal. Can anyone tell me if Ricky Hatton has a TV deal? I'm not sure, but I know Ricky Hatton obviously has his own promotional company, Hatton Promotions. But as far as I'm aware, there's only two promoters with TV deals at the moment. I know that Box Nation are willing to work with other promoters, but Frank Warren is the primary promoter for Box Nation. So anyway, David Haye is signed with Hearn, Matchroom. I guess he don't have the star power, the pulling power, the earning power anymore. So I guess he was forced to sign with Matchroom. He can't go to Sky and say put me on, because he's not even a champion or anything like that. It's not like Mayweather, who's on this unbeaten run and he's managed to get himself into the position where he can just work with Golden Boy on a fight by fight basis, and it's a joint promotion. You know, when Mayweather works with Golden Boy, it's Mayweather's promotional team combined with Golden Boy who put on the show. It's not just him signed to Golden Boy. You know, and I was hoping David Haye would do a similar thing, man. But, you know, it is what it is. As far as Manuel Charr, the challenger, Charr is game. He's tough. He's rough. He's a similar kind of fighter to Chisora. In some ways, I think he's a little better than Chisora. In some ways, not quite as good. I think Chisora's got better head movement. I don't really know what Manuel Charr's chin is like. He was dropped by Vitali. Obviously, Chisora was never dropped by Vitali despite taking a lot of punches. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Manuel Charr's going to come to fight, though. I definitely know that. He's going to come to fight, and he's going to try his best. That's one thing you can guarantee. Manuel Charr's fearless, and similar to Chisora in attitude as well, with his fearless attitude. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun, but I'll get into that in more detail at a later date. So, leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about this. This is Hatman. I'm out.